New developments tonight in a shooting by Metro Police that left an apparent robber dead outside a Northside adult bookstore. It happened around 10:45 this morning at 46th and Keystone. Our TV6 reporter Norman Cox is live outside that bookstore with much more on this story in the shooting. Norman.
Police stress that this information is very preliminary and that the investigation is still ongoing. But what we know is that fast police response time enabled them to catch an apparent robber, a robber who is now dead. The shooting took place in the parking lot of the Keystone Video and News store, which is located in a string of adult businesses along Keystone Avenue just south of 46th Street. Police say a man whose identity still has not been confirmed entered the store, pulled a gun, and pointed it at the clerk. He then fled with an undetermined amount of money from the cash register and what police described as other items from the store. But the clerk triggered an alarm. Fortunately, an IMPD officer was extremely close and pulled into the parking lot before the alleged robber could get away.
At around 10:46 this morning, we received a 911 dispatch of a robbery at this business. At that same time, the officer marked on scene, so he was really close when the run was dispatched. At some point in the parking lot here in front of the business, there was a confrontation between the officer and the suspect. The suspect was armed.
The officer ordered him to the ground, but the suspect refused. The officer, whose identity has not yet been released, deployed his stun gun, but the suspect still didn't surrender. At some point, police say the suspect pulled a gun and fired at the officer. Several shots were exchanged, and the suspect was hit and was pronounced dead at the scene. Metro Police Chief Rick Height said the officer took the right action.
Well, let's be clear about the fact that we're here to protect life and property. We're here to protect our citizens. Officers have to protect themselves when confronted with an armed subject. The training dictates that we take appropriate action. The subject was armed as we understand it, and the officer took appropriate action.
Police say they are not releasing the name of the officer either until they're finished piecing together exactly what unfolded here today. Live on the north side, I'm Norman Cox, RTV6.